In the small rural village of Umuaka, where red earth roads curled between rows of mud houses and palm trees swayed under the hot Nigerian sun, lived a young woman named Amaka. She was known for her beauty, deep brown skin, eyes that sparkled like the river in the morning light, and a smile that could light up the whole marketplace. But Amaka's life was far from glamorous. She sold roasted corn by the roadside to support her aging mother. Her only source of joy was her best friend, Chioma, a sharp-tongued, city-returned girl who always wore flashy clothes and spoke with the confidence of someone who had seen more of the world. Amaka trusted Chioma completely, never suspecting that behind the bright lipstick and loud laughter lay a heart consumed by envy. One hot Tuesday afternoon, Chioma arrived at Amaka's small stall with a wicked glint in her eye. "Amaka, your life is about to change," she announced. She spoke of a wealthy businessman from Lagos named Mr. Tund, handsome, generous, and eager to settle down. Chioma claimed she had met him through her cousin and that he had seen Amaka's photo. "He wants to marry you," Chioma said, gripping Amaka's hands. Amaka's heart raced. She had never dreamed of marrying a rich man, but the thought of lifting her family out of poverty was irresistible. After weeks of persuasion, Amaka agreed to meet him. When Mr. Tund arrived in the village, he was everything Chioma had described: tall, dark, wearing an expensive suit, stepping out of a shiny SUV. He showered Amaka with gifts, gold earrings, lace wrappers, even a new phone. Within a month, wedding preparations began. The ceremony was the talk of the village. People whispered about Amaka's luck. Chioma stood by her side, smiling like the perfect friend, hiding the storm she had set in motion. But here was the scandal: Mr. Tund was not rich at all. In Lagos, he was a struggling bus driver who had borrowed his cousin's car and suit to play the role. Chioma knew the truth from the start. In fact, she was secretly dating Tund and had cooked up the marriage plan for a reason. Tund needed someone with a little money to help him, and Chioma had promised herself a cut of whatever he got from Amaka's dowry and family contributions. The wedding day came, and Amaka moved to Lagos with her new husband. After the ceremony, they set off for Lagos in the SUV. The shock hit her the moment they arrived, not at a mansion, but in a cramped, leaking one-room apartment in a slum. She thought it was temporary, but weeks turned into months. The gold earrings were fake, the SUV was gone, and Tund spent most nights drinking with his friends. Amaka's calls to Chioma were met with excuses. One rainy evening, while cleaning the house, Amaka stumbled upon a small envelope under the bed. Inside were love letters, written by Chioma to Tund, full of details about how they planned to share the profits from this village bride trick. Amaka's knees went weak. The ultimate betrayal was clear: her best friend had sold her into a sham marriage to the very man she loved herself. But here's the plot twist: Amaka didn't confront them immediately. Instead, she quietly began saving money from small hair-braiding jobs she did for neighbors. She befriended one of Tund's drinking buddies, who accidentally revealed that Tund had been scheming to divorce her and run back to Chioma after squeezing her dry. Amaka acted fast. She contacted a relative in Port Harcourt who ran a small catering business. Within months, she moved there under the pretense of visiting, started working, and built her own savings. The real scandal exploded when she returned to Lagos unannounced a year later, not to Tund's room, but to the very hotel where Chioma and Tund were secretly meeting. She walked in on them mid-laughter, dropped the bundle of love letters on the table, and simply said, "I hope the money you made was worth the shame you'll carry forever." Without raising her voice, she walked out, climbed into a taxi, and never looked back. The story spread like wildfire in Umuaka, how the poor corn seller became the woman who outwitted two schemers. Tund's reputation in Lagos was ruined, and Chioma couldn't return to the village without people hissing behind her back. Amaka? She eventually married a kind mechanic in Port Harcourt, not rich, but honest. And to this day, when she tells her story, she smiles and says, "Not all glitter is gold, my sister. Sometimes, it's just dust in the sun."